It was the night of June 12, 1994, when the glamorous heart of Los Angeles was shattered by a crime so savage it stopped the world in its tracks. Outside her Brentwood home, Nicole Brown Simpson lay butchered, her friend Ron Goldman slain beside her. And within hours, suspicion turned toward a man once celebrated as a national icon, NFL legend O.J. Simpson. What began as a gruesome double homicide spiraled into a televised spectacle, a slow-motion car chase, a courtroom packed with America's best lawyers, and a verdict that would forever divide a nation. The murders themselves were brutal. Nicole suffered multiple stab wounds, her throat cut with chilling precision. Ron Goldman, an innocent bystander returning a pair of forgotten sunglasses, was attacked and killed simply for being in the wrong place at the wrong time. The evidence left behind told a disturbing story: bloody footprints, a trail of blood leading away from the crime scene, and a glove stained with DNA that seemed to link directly to Simpson. To investigators, the case appeared straightforward. But O.J. Simpson was not an ordinary suspect. He was a beloved football hero, actor, and cultural figure. Just 5 days later, the case took an extraordinary turn. Instead of surrendering to police, Simpson climbed into the back of a white Ford Bronco, driven by his close friend Al Cowlings. What followed was one of the most surreal moments in American television history: a slow-speed chase broadcast live across every major network. Helicopters followed the Bronco as it rolled along Los Angeles freeways, millions of viewers glued to their screens. On overpasses, crowds gathered, cheering or jeering as the car passed below. This was no ordinary arrest. It was spectacle, tragedy, and reality television colliding in real time. By the end of the chase, Simpson was in custody, formally charged with 2 counts of murder. In January 1995, the case entered the courtroom, and into history as the trial of the century. The prosecution laid out its evidence: DNA samples linking Simpson's blood to the crime scene, fibers from his car, and the infamous gloves, one found near the bodies, the other at his home. On paper, the evidence appeared damning. Yet Simpson had assembled what became known as the Dream Team, a legal defense powerhouse led by Johnny Cochran, Robert Shapiro, Robert Kardashian, and F. Lee Bailey. Their strategy wasn't simply to defend Simpson. It was to dismantle the credibility of the Los Angeles Police Department. Detective Mark Furman, who had discovered one of the gloves, became a key target. The defense accused him of racism and evidence tampering, pointing to tapes in which Furman repeatedly used racial slurs. In a city still raw from the Rodney King beating and the 1992 riots, these revelations hit hard. The defense argued that Simpson was a victim not only of suspicion, but of a racially biased police force willing to frame him. The trial's turning point came in one unforgettable moment. Prosecutors asked Simpson to try on the bloody gloves. In front of the jury, he tugged and pulled, his fingers stiff in the leather, declaring they didn't fit. Johnny Cochran seized the moment with a line that echoed across America: "If it doesn't fit, you must acquit." That phrase became the trial's most enduring soundbite, undermining months of forensic evidence with a single dramatic gesture. On October 3, 1995, after months of testimony and nearly a year of relentless media coverage, the verdict was read. The jury found O.J. Simpson not guilty on all counts. The decision ignited an immediate firestorm. Some celebrated the acquittal as justice against a corrupt system, while others mourned what they saw as a catastrophic miscarriage of justice. The split revealed deep cultural divides across America, particularly around race, celebrity, and the justice system itself. But the story did not end there. In 1997, a civil trial found Simpson liable for wrongful death, ordering him to pay $33.5 million in damages to the victims' families. Years later, in 2007, Simpson was arrested again, this time for armed robbery and kidnapping in Las Vegas. He was convicted in 2008 and served 9 years before his release. The O.J. Simpson saga remains one of the most famous and disturbing true crime stories of all time. It was more than a double homicide. It was a trial that captivated the world, a cultural flashpoint that exposed America's deepest divisions, and a case that blurred the line between justice and spectacle.